Why, hello everyone. We are back. We're looking at the new demon prince for my army that just arrived the other day. Creature Caster, Lord of Virulence. You can see here the reason that a part of the reason I bought the model was this disgusting bared spine. I like the spine on this model. I also like the front, the hanging guts, and the tentacle bits, and the sores, and the cysts, and all that. It's a pretty great model. It comes with a couple hands if you want to do claws, which I'll be doing something like claws. It'll be essentially claws, but a little rule of cooling it. This here is the stand, the base, that connects to these feet. And if I were to have a criticism about anything related to this model, it would be that the feet are not very nurgly, because I don't think legs are not nurgly. I shouldn't say they're not very nurgly. They're about as nurgly as you can get as far as legs go in my mind. But Nurgle is more of a slug type dude. Maybe have unreasonably tiny legs. Which these are kind of along the lines, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. It's just if I were to improve something, maybe make these more nurgly and less like generic demon, right? We also have some more wing connectors here. More wing connectors, just wing connectors. Before we get to the wings, I call these stank barnacles because I can't think of what else they would be on a Nurgle model. These wings, though, they're pretty cool. They're pretty awesome looking wings. The resin that's in there is supposedly a thing that happens quite frequently with models of this casting variety. There is here, and I wouldn't know, this is my first resin cast model. We'll see after I build up more. We have here the scythe head, which is the weapon I will be using. And I'll be using it in the quote-unquote reaping profile, which is just, it's claws, strength 7, AP -2, bonus attacks kind of deal, damage 2. There's arms. There's some more arms for you. The final arm, and we can show you how this arm connects to the body. Little connection action there. And that's what it kind of will look like when it's not just hanging out there. And my favorite part, the piece de resistance, best for last. The part that when I opened up the model, I was like, and then I figured out what it is. Like, this is fucking epic. It is a maggot fight, ladies and gentlemen. It is a bunch of maggots tearing each other into pieces and spawning more maggots. I just kind of saw it like just that part, and I was like, they got a maggot on it, and I like spun around. I was like, there's a bunch of maggots. They're eating each other. Super epic. This is so nurgly, I can barely take it. I'm extremely excited about this part. I'm extremely excited about this model. As far as pricing goes, the weight for plastic I think is really good. $60 all told for all of this when the package arrived, because we bought a few Creature Caster models. Me and my friends went in on some, and we were surprised actually that these the Creature Caster shipped this package in such a large package. I thought that I got two models for a second, then we dumped it out. I was like, nope, it's just the one model. It's huge though. It's gonna be freaking big. And for $60 for all this plastic, I mean, you can't shake a stick at that. The thing is, however, we're not using, then this is even a downside. This is a talk about price scaling, and we're not using the price scaling of what I like to call it the little Jimmy price scaling, where, his grandma or whatever sees the First Strike bundle. See, we can get that in shot there. Chow. They see First Strike down at the shop, And they're like, "I'll get that for little Jimmy," and then little Jimmy maybe gets $15 together to like buy a couple expansions. This is not on that pricing scale. This pricing scale is completely different because this is a specialty sort of model that nobody's going to haphazardly buy as a thing because they thought it was cool at a store they were at. Especially since I think, as far as I'm aware, you can only buy these off the internet. And Creature Caster is sort of a Warhammer auxiliary company. This is being judged off of the scale of G-Dub's plastic prices, and I am extremely happy with what I've received. The return policy is actually really good. There was a few complications in getting some of the things to me, but the complications got handled post-haste and completely fine. I was beyond thrilled with the model I received when everything got handled. And yeah, this right here is a fantastic kit. If you're looking for a sick Demon Prince and you got $60 hanging around and you're looking for something that'll maybe stick out a little bit, go check yourself out some Creature Caster, because this isn't the only sick ass Death Guard-ish model that they have. They also have a lot of standard Demon Princes. They have one for every. They have multiple. I shouldn't say one for every faction. And yeah, they have Chaos Undivided type. So definitely check it out. Like I said, the return policy is pretty epic. The sprues, the molds themselves are pretty epic. I don't know about how bad that is in terms of like what extra bits there are, and I don't think it'll be that much of a pain in the ass, so like we're not gonna rate it that high. At the end of the day, it's a pretty great model. Now that I got my hands on it, I'm beyond thrilled. I hope you guys, if you're in the market, hopefully you find a model that works out great like this for you. Just saying, I'm really happy with this one, and if you are looking for something like this, maybe check it out. It might point you right. Can't say it is going to happen 100% of the time, but for me, and maybe for you, this will work out. Deuces.